Oi oi, this is Joseph Laws, aka Joe Laws, aka Bemel Bomber, aka Big Sexy. You're watching Sport Icon.
So the spies with their cameras are everywhere here in Newcastle today, with the pictures emerging of Joelinton, a Brazilian striker, 22 years old, has been seen wearing a Newcastle United football club at St James's Park. And of course, Newcastle United have put out a little teaser trailer over on social media with the back of Joelinton's head, and he's about to take off his tracksuit to unveil the Newcastle United football strip. So we can presume that everything's gone through now. They're going to do the official announcement real soon. But allegedly, according to reports, it's anywhere from 36 to 40 million pounds. 22-year-old Brazilian striker. Now, it's a good day to bring any Brazilians or South Americans to the UK, especially here in Newcastle. It's boiling, really, really hot. And it's a good way of selling it, saying, yeah, you know what? It's always like this in Newcastle. It's always hot. So they sign, sucker, 5-year deal. You ain't getting out of it. Enjoy that snow. Now, I think that, listen, decent signing, I think. I don't really know too much. I mean, his record, not the greatest in the world, considering where he has been playing football. He's been playing football in Austria for Rapid Wien, where he played 60 times and scored 15 goals. But he has got into the first team of 1899 Hoffenheim in Germany in the Bundesliga, where he played 27 times and scored 7 goals. So not a great output, but he is only 22 years old, and a lot of it because he signed for Hoffenheim in 2015, then he was put out on loan for a couple of years to Rapid Wien, but he spent the whole of last year back in the first team at Hoffenheim. So quite clearly he was sent out on loan beforehand just to get some first team experience. They figured that he was good enough, brought him back in, and I think a lot of it, although his goal ratio isn't excellent, but it's not too bad for a 22-year-old, and the fact that his assists percentage are very, very high, and his tackling as well, 45% of every tackle that he made, he completed successfully, which is very, very good for a striker. But he's very, very fast. He's a tall striker, very good at heading the ball, and hopefully he's bringing some of that Brazilian flair. And if he can be half as good as Merendinha, then excellent stuff for Newcastle fans who will remember him from the late 80s. Of course, a little before my time, of course, but even so, there is footage about. Newcastle history, football, I'm very, very good at. But I think that this is a good step in the right direction. I know not everybody's happy with the appointment of Steve Bruce, but the thing is, I think regardless of whether it's Steve Bruce or whether it's not, the problem always lays with the boardroom. And while they may have pushed through this transfer real quick, I'm presuming that he may have to wait for a visa, a work permit or something. I'm not too sure of that kind of situation. But it's a step in the right direction. But if the board really think that this can get everybody back on side, it's not really gonna. Now, they have smashed their transfer record of between 36 and 40 million by almost double of any previous transfer. So that's good news in that sense. But ultimately, let's not overlook the fact for the past couple of transfer windows, Mike Ashley has been keeping his wallet zipped up quite tight, which is one of the reasons why Rafa Benitez quite clearly wasn't very happy, and we weren't doing that great. We weren't, especially last year. I think that, we didn't struggle with relegation, but we weren't that far away from it, were we? But I think that this is a step in the right direction, that's for sure. But he sold Perez for 30 million. So if he spent an extra 6 or maybe 10 million on this young Brazilian, that's fine, but what about all the money that he's been saving over the last couple of transfer windows? What about all the TV money, all that kind of thing? So the only way that they're really going to get me on side and drive down to the stadium 3 minutes away and actually purchase a season ticket, or indeed turn up a few times, is I need another 2 or 3 of these type of players to be coming in. In other words, he needs to be spending some of that damn cash and not just be putting it straight into his own bank account. I want to see it in the transfer market. I want to see these kind of players on the football pitch. So I'm not happy with just one and then that's it. No. We need a few. And it's all very well assigning a 22-year-old young Brazilian striker. That's great. But what about the rest of the team? I think that we need pretty much almost a whole overhaul of the first team, maybe 50% of it to be fair, where we need a lot of good signings. Now, while 36 to 40 million is a lot of money, in today's climate for football, it ain't that great. But of course, we're still waiting for the whole takeover. Are the Sheiks going to buy the club? Are they not? Is Mike Ashley going to do this one and then maybe spend out another 5 or 6 million on a couple of other players, and that'll be it? We ain't that stupid, are we, to think that he's spent and he's dug deep? Not at all. 30 million for Perez and a whole lot of TV money and everything else that comes along with it, with the sponsors. I expect Newcastle better be at least spending 150 million in this transfer window alone to get me back on side. This one signing is decent, it's good, it's exciting, but it's not good enough. But it's Steve Bruce. I mean, you could bring in all these kind of players in the world. You can bring in Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. You can bring in all these kind of players. But if you don't have the right kind of manager, how good are they really going to do? But hopefully Steve Bruce proves a lot of people wrong and he turns out to be a real good manager. Hopefully he wins over the Geordie faithful. I know a lot of people are not happy with Steve Bruce, the fact that he once managed Sunderland and has been a little disrespectful to the Newcastle team in the past. But anyway, it is what it is. So that is the news right now, while it's not officially official yet, but it's certainly going to be, isn't it? So I thought I'd get that news out there for all my fellow Geordies. Yeah, I'm a plastic Geordie, I know. But either way, that's a step in the right direction, isn't it? 22-year-old, £40 million striker. Excellent. Can we get at least another striker? That'd be good. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.